Alright, let's see what the rank cup results are. I don't think this rank cup was that bad. Alright, let's see. First place! Yes! I got Pea Piranha Gold, I got the Red Vampire Flower, rubies, coins, tickets, and what will I pull? Okay, good glider for me to have at least. Alright, and then coins from friends. We can see 8 opponents ended up scoring at least 100,000 points, and the other 8 opponents scoring less than 100,000 points. This distribution is similar to that in the previous rank cup. We can see 3 bots in 18 to 20 places. They have no loadouts and scoring information in 3 tracks. While I showed the scores and driver loadouts of opponents, I will share my experiences and feelings about week 1 of Halloween Tour 2022. Feel free to pause the video if you want to see something more closely. This video may be treated as kind of like a podcast or a story time of my experiences and feelings about week 1 of Halloween Tour 2022. By showing weekly rank cup results, I want to show my journey to tier 99. The current max tier in Mario Kart Tour as of version 3.0.1. I hope to maintain a streak of going up a tier, and when I reach the maximum tier 99, I hope to maintain the tier as long as I can until Nintendo decides to raise the tier cap in a future update. I really want to collect those high-end uncapped tickets and high-end prizes. I still like the multiplayer races since there are a lot of different courses to play. However, I feel mixed about multiplayer balloon battles. There are 2 unique battle courses to play, and that's it. The first 2 battles may be exciting to play, but then balloon battles get boring pretty quickly on the 3rd onward because the battle courses cycle again. I feel that Nintendo added 3 cups to the tours so that Nintendo can add more battle courses in future tours. Hence, multiplayer balloon battles may be more fun. The cycle for balloon battles is way too short right now to be enjoyable. I was hoping for the return of N64 Banshee Boardwalk in this Halloween Tour 2022. I have been waiting for the return since Halloween Tour 2020. I hope that Big Cheep Cheep will not hit me like that Cheep Cheep in SNES Donut Plains 3 RT. It probably will, in some trick variation of N64 Banshee Boardwalk. Anyhow, I'm so glad that Nintendo chose to make GBA Boo Lake to further represent the Mario Kart Super Circuit game in the GBA. I am at least okay with the redesign of GBA Boo Lake. Honestly, I do not remember the original Boo Lake in Mario Kart Super Circuit. It was almost 20 years since I played that track. I only remembered the large, big house in the background and that there was no water. I wonder why Nintendo called the original Blue Lake when there was no water. Anyhow, for new tracks, I fail to understand why Nintendo also added SNES Donut Plains 3 in Halloween Tour 2022. Nintendo should have saved that track for a later tour. Nintendo has been adding too many tracks in the recent tours. I feel Nintendo should slow down debuting new tracks. I have a hard time keeping up collecting the player EXP in the tracks. Considering I am in a high tier in rank cups, I want to remain competitive against my opponents. I refuse to lag behind in my player level. It seems like Nintendo has ideas planned far ahead. Anyways, Nintendo should have waited for the return of Wii Maple Treeway in the next tour. I have failed to understand how Maple Treeway relates to Halloween. Wii Maple Treeway is too peaceful for Halloween. Wii Maple Treeway ain't no zombie beach. To record my experiences in writing, I was able to maintain a log of activities I performed in Halloween Tour 2022. On 10/19/2022, my daily challenge was obviously Luigi's Mansion T. I collected daily coins from SNES Rainbow Road R with Kamek. On 10/20/2022, my daily challenge was DS Airship Fortress T. I collected daily coins from DS Airship Fortress RT and SNES Rainbow Road R, in which I managed to pull off a Coinbox Frenzy and Double Coins Frenzies. Nintendo gave 100 rupees to all players on the second day of the tour. Those rupees could be useful to purchase the Dry Bones Me racing suit for base point advantage. On 10/21/2022, my daily challenge was DS Airship Fortress. I played my first battle mode in a non-worldwide multiplayer setting, but not with Rahel, unfortunately. I collected daily coins from SNES Ghost Valley 1T. I eventually played with Rahel and other friends in multiplayer races and balloon battles. I discovered and managed to maximize the multiplayer pipe to 30 pools while playing maybe 2.5 hours with Rahel in the afternoon. I also discovered that a Cheep is solid enough to push me down to the water in SNES Donut Plains 3 RT. After a long multiplayer laughing and having fun, I made a new friend on that day. I took a break from Mario Kart Tour and watched movies at night. Halloween is approaching, and I watched less than 5 movies in the month of October 2022. I have some catching up to do. On 10/22/2022, my daily challenge was SNES Donut Plains 3R. Then, near the reset, I gathered about 8% out of 70% of player EXP in DS Twilight House. It's so difficult for me to gather player EXP in DS Twilight House, but I'll gather all the player EXP eventually. I said goodnight to Rahao in the name box when she said she enjoyed yesterday's multiplayer, and I said goodnight back. On 10/23/2022, my daily challenge was SNES Donut Plains 3R again, but in the Kamek Cup. I also gathered some player EXP in GBA Boo Lake R. On 10/24/2022, my daily challenge was SNES Rainbow Road. I managed to gather all player EXP in GBA Boo Lake. I managed good runs on GBA Boo Lake and SNES Donut Plains 3T. On 10/25/2022, my daily challenge was DS Airship Fortress R. I seized the opportunity to play worldwide multiplayer with a friend named Silver. Silver appeared to work together with me in worldwide battle mode to take down other opponents. I noticed when my friend placed first, the opponents went after my friend the following battle to make my friend in last place. I guess the opponents took revenge. I believe I only got hit by my friend once with a green shell accidentally in 5+ battles. Anyhow, it was fun playing with my amazing friend Silver while I collected my daily multiplayer 100 coins. My friend usually plays Mario Kart Tour at different times than I do. I gathered the rest of the player EXP and SNES Donut Plains 3T and gathered a bit more player EXP in Twilight House. I put little effort in Wii Maple Tree Way RT to secure first place in Rank Cup. In sum, I managed to put the time to max out the player EXP in GBA Boo Lake, SNES Donut Plains 3R, and SNES Donut Plains 3T in week 1 of Halloween Tour 2022. I still need to max out player EXP in 7 of the remaining new tracks not mentioned. Fortunately, the Yoshi Rank Cup and Battle Tour was reasonable. I avoided powering up a driver, cart, or glider in week 1 of Halloween Tour 2022. I can save high-end tickets for Rank Cup week 2, which I have much weaker loadouts. I am scared. Although there were no surprises, there were certain sudden changes to the placements of the opponents. The opponents in 2nd and 3rd place were somewhat sleepers. The 2nd place opponents scored a bit better on GBA Boo Lake on the last day with PD Piranha. The 3rd place opponent scored 25,000 points better on the last day by improving in Wii Maple Treeway RT. At least the Yoshi Rain Cup was easy for me to get PD Piranha Gold and the Red Vampire Flyer, which is a large cart. Although I did not get to use the Blue Bitty Buggy cart in the Yoshi Rain Cup, I was able to use a middle shelf cart to score okay in Meeple Treeway RT as you've seen previously. Fortunately, I did not see any ridiculous top 10 players in my opponent's list, but I do anticipate at least one top 10 player in my opponent's list in a future rank cup as I climb my way up to tier 99. I probably will see one in the next rank cup since my loadouts are so bad.